How are you?
Very good, thank you. How are you?
Fine. Which one is Ram? You're the younger brother. And you are
Samir.
Samir.
Yes.
You work in Thailand?
Yes, now.
How long have you been in Thailand?
This time 3 months, but I came here for high school.
Oh, you've been living here before?
I lived here before.
Which high school did you go to?
International School, Bangkok.
ISB?
ISB.
Okay. And you graduated from ISB?
Yes,
And did you go to college?
I did.
Where did you go?
To NYU, New York University.
New York University. This is in New York City?
In New York City.
New York City, okay. And your brother's in Toronto, Canada? Where?
Vancouver.
Vancouver, okay. I know some Indian people living in Toronto. They're also interested in meditation and Buddhism. So what can I do for you? And if you want to ask anything, go ahead.
Well, I tell you what. I took the vows of a monk in Canada with my Buddhist teacher, and I'm working in the in the water park, but I want to spend more time to have opportunity to spend more time in the monastery, in the forest style monastery tradition. So I wanted to find out more how I can learn from this path, this practice here, because of the nature. And also, as a monk, we don't have to shave our heads or beards to be a monk. But I found some challenge with vanity, and now I want to shave my head. So that was the one request that I had. That was my request. I didn't have a question yet.
Your challenge or your request?
They're connected.
We have some Westerners living up here as monk and as lay person. We have one from Romania. He just a white rober, but he shaved his head. He's been staying here for almost a year. He's about to leave at the end of this month. He's gonna go travel to India. But he been here and living like a monk, but he didn't put on the robe or anything like that. But he practiced with the monk, do everything the monk does. In the morning he goes on arms round with the monk, helping the monk. And then he ate one meal a day, just like the monk. After we finish our food, our meal, we came up here. And we have our individual place to practice. A simple little hut, just with the roof, no wall, and a walking path. That's what we do here, up here, just meditate. Walking, sitting, maintaining, developing mindfulness. That's the key to success in meditation. You have to be able to control your thoughts, stop your thinking, because when you meditate, you want to stop your mental activity. Because if you can stop, your mind become calm and peaceful and happy. Then you don't need anything. You don't even need your body. Once your mind becomes calm. Right now your mind is not calm, so it relies on your body to bring you happiness through your senses, through your eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body. But if you meditate successfully, your mind becomes calm and peaceful, you become content, happy, and you don't need to see, to hear, to drink, to eat. You're full. So this is what the Buddha taught us to do, to seek a new kind of peace and happiness, not through the body, but through the practice of meditation, through mindfulness and wisdom. You need mindfulness to stop your thinking, and you need wisdom to teach the mind to think properly. Right now, the mind thinks delusionally. It thinks that everything in this earth is good, should acquire, like wealth and things, but they don't see the impermanent nature of these things. When they start to leave you, your happiness will disappear. So the Buddha wants us to think that nothing in this world is good for us. We should not seek them or cling to them. We should abandon them and only have meditation as our way of making us happy, calming the mind, stopping the mind from desiring for things or people or wealth. So this is basically what the goal in Buddhism is to find peace of mind, happiness of mind, rather than the physical kind of happiness that people in the world do. People in the world, they seek happiness through wealth, through status, through fame, and through all the senses, through all the things that you see, hear, touch, or feel. But these things, they are impermanent. They come and go. When they come, they make you happy. When they left, they make you sad. So you don't want to rely on them to make you happy. It's better to rely on your meditation, your mindfulness and wisdom, because you will then be able to make your mind always happy, because they will never leave you. Once you have mindfulness, you will always have mindfulness. Once you have wisdom, you will always have wisdom. But other things in this world, you will lose everything that you have, including your body. When you lose them, you will become sad. No matter how rich you are, how high you are, how powerful you are, once your body dies, you lose everything. Then your mind will have to go and start over again, reborn, get a new body, and then build up your money, your wealth, your status again, and lose it in the end when you die. So this is what we've been going through, the process of rebirth, aging, sickness and death, rebirth, aging, sickness and death, because we have this desire to acquire things in this world. We have no contentment, we have no peace of mind. If you have peace of mind and contentment, then you don't need anything in this world. Then you don't have to come back and reborn. And when you don't reborn, then you don't get sick, get old, or die. See, this is the path that the Buddha had discovered. He's the only person in this world who was able to discover this path by himself, because no one else knows this path. He went and studied with many teachers, but all those teachers cannot taught him the path to stop reborn, to find fulfillment in the mind, permanent fulfillment. All those teachers he went to study, they could taught him only temporary fulfillment. When you sit and meditate and your mind becomes calm and peaceful, you have fulfillment. But you cannot remain in that state forever. You have to come out of your meditation, and then when you come out, your mind starts think and start worry, start desiring for things, then you might become hungry, restless and agitated. And no one knows how to stop the mind, to stop desiring, to stop craving, to stop agitating. Only the Buddha who have discovered that the cause of the mind, restlessness and agitation and craving and desiring is delusion. The mind doesn't know that what makes the mind really happy and what makes the mind unhappy. You discover that what made the mind unhappy is the mind's own desiring or craving for happiness outside of itself. Like craving for things to see, things to hear, things to eat, things to drink. But these things, they only give you temporary happiness. When you have them, you're happy. But when you don't have them, you become empty again. So you have to keep on drinking, keep on eating, keep on seeing, keep on hearing. But you cannot go on forever. Your body, which is the instrument you use for your happiness, will eventually get old, get sick and die. Then you have to start over again. Go look for get a new body, reborn, and then start all over again. And then end up in dying at the end. So this is an endless process that you've been going through, we've been going through. And the Buddha had been doing the same thing until he finally discovered the truth that in order to stop this process, this cycle of birth and rebirth, is to stop his desire for things, for people, for anything in this world, and just to remain calm and peaceful in meditation, calming the mind, resisting the desire. If you know that your desire is the problem, you don't have to meditate, you just stop your desire. Resist your desire. Like when you are addicted to smoking, if you want to stop smoking, then you just have to resist your desire to smoke. Every time you desire to smoke, you don't smoke. And after a few times, your desire will disappear. So this is the thing that drives the mind to take birth again and again. It's the desire to see, hear, to feel, to touch. So once you can stop this desire, then you don't need to have a body. Then you don't need to be reborn. And when you have no desire, your mind will be peaceful, content, and fulfilled. That's the nature of the mind. The mind can be fulfilled without having to have anything. The mind is fulfilled when it has nothing. The more it has, the more hungry it becomes. The more money you have, the more you want, right? You want more. So you never come to fulfillment with trying to get things for you. You become more desiring, more hungry, not full. To make your mind full is to have nothing, to have no desire for anything. And in order to stop your desire, you have to have the mindfulness to stop your thinking. Because when you think, you will desire. When you don't think, you don't have no desire. Or when you think with wisdom, think that to do things with your desire will only perpetuate your cycle of rebirth. If you want to stop your cycle of rebirth, then you should stop your desire. Don't do what your desire asks you to do. Stay put. Have nothing, be nothing. Understand? Okay. All right.
How about the desire for enlightenment, the desire to remove the obstacles in mind itself?
That's a good desire. This you can encourage. You need to have the desire to become enlightened. It's like if you're sick, the desire to take medicine is good, but the desire to go on a holiday or vacation is bad for a sick person. A sick person needs to stay in the hospital to get the body fixed. The mind is like a sick person.
This is the hospital.
It needs the hospital. It needs a temple. It needs a monastery to fix it, to calm it, to get rid of the cause of its sickness, which is its desire to have happiness through the body. When you say you have the desire to become enlightened, it means you have the desire to get rid of your dependence on your body. You want to rely on something else that doesn't disappear, doesn't leave you. You want something permanent, and the only thing permanent is the mind that is peaceful and calm, that you can develop through mindfulness and wisdom. So what you need to develop is mindfulness and wisdom. First you need mindfulness to stop your thoughts, to calm your mind, to make your mind peaceful and happy. Then you develop wisdom to protect, to preserve this happiness that you have realized from your calming the mind. The mind will lose its calm and peace when the desire comes up. So when you have the wisdom to tell the mind that if you go do what your desire asks you to do, you will be forever restless and agitated, and will never find the happiness you think you are looking for. The happiness you already have is your calm and peaceful mind. So all you have to do is protect it. Don't lose it. And the only way to protect it is to use wisdom to counter your desire, to resist your desire. Nothing else can resist your desire except wisdom. Wisdom has many different aspects you have to know. Like if you still have sexual desire, then the wisdom to counter this is to look at the ugly part of the body, the unpleasant part of the body. Look at the corpse. Look at the internal parts of the body, like dissecting the body and look at all the internal organs. If you see all this unpleasant part of the body, then your sexual desire will disappear. Or if you want anything, look at the impermanence of those things that you want. You want something, you get it, then one day you'll lose it, because you cannot keep everything. Everything is impermanent. So this is wisdom. You have to see the three characteristics of things. Everything is impermanent. They are not your property, not your real possession. You can only possess them temporarily. One day, sooner or later, you or them will separate.
Can we not enjoy the fruits of the world, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, the experiences of love and joy and connection, as long as we don't have attachment or clinging?
Well, the very fact that you enjoy means you are attached. You have addiction to it. If you don't have addiction, then you don't enjoy it. Once you enjoy, you got to have it all the time. Right?
I don't know. If I enjoy a watermelon, am I addicted to it?
Try it, see it. Because once you enjoy it, you want more of it, right?
Okay, fair enough.
If you don't enjoy it, you just throw it away. Anything you enjoy will encourage more of your desire for it to arise. But something you don't enjoy, you don't want it anymore. So everything that you enjoy in this world will cause you to become restless, become agitated, because when you desire for them, your mind will not be happy until you have them. But then it will be only a brief period in which you have enjoyment and peace. Then a few hours or days later, your new desire will come up again, and you have to have it. It's like being addicted to drugs, you know. Once you enjoy it, you have to have it all the time. And when you don't have it, you feel very bad. So everything is like this in this world. When you have things you like, you enjoy it. When you lose them, you become sad, depressed. Sometimes even thinking about killing yourself, because like your body, you like your body because your body serves you, do what you want. But one day your body gonna say no longer I can do it. You become old, or you become sick, you become incapacitated, you cannot do anything. Then people won't think about killing themselves, right? But if you have peace from meditation, then you don't need the body. Then whatever happens to the body doesn't bother you. You can still have peace and happiness. Directly, you don't need a medium like the body and the things that the body consumes to make it happy. All you need is mindfulness to calm your mind, to stop your mind. But it sounds easy, but mindfulness doesn't come easy. But it's not impossible. You just have to concentrate on your effort to be mindful. And the way to build mindfulness is to concentrate on one object. Like you can use a mantra. In Buddhism we use Bhutto, Bhutto. Just keep reciting Bhutto, Bhutto. Then you cannot think about other things. And when you sit, your mind can become fully concentrated, become peaceful and calm. If you don't like to use the mantra, you can use the body. You can watch your body activity. From the time you get up to the time you go to sleep, just focus on your body activity. Whatever you do, be with the body. Keep the mind with the body. Don't let the mind go someplace else while you're doing something with your body, which is something we normally do, right? We like multitasking, right? You brush your teeth and you plan what you're gonna do for today, where you're gonna go, what you're gonna do, so forth. Then your mind becomes scattered, not concentrated, see? Then it will never be calm. And if it's not calm, it will never be happy or content. It becomes more desiring. The more agitated it becomes more desiring, more cravings. So you need mindfulness to bring the mind together, to become one. Right now the mind likes to do so many things at the same time, like being 3 or 4 persons at the same time. So you want to bring the mind to become just one person, just to be the one who knows, just merely know. Don't think. Thinking doesn't make the mind happy. Stop thinking will make the mind happy. See, this is the secret that people don't understand, they don't know. They think you have to think a lot. The more you know how to think, the richer you can become, because you can do so many things at the same time, making so much money. But what you can do with the money, you know? The money will become a burden. Yeah.
Most of the people I've met who are very wealthy, they're now wanting to learn mindfulness.
Yeah. So when I say the desire, I mean the bad desire. The Buddha named them 3 desires. Kama tanha, which means the desire for sensual gratification, to see, to hear, to enjoy things through your senses. You should stop that because it's an addiction. And the desire to be rich, to be great, to be whatever, famous, this is also dangerous to the mind. And the first one is the desire not to be something you don't like. See, things you like and something you don't like. Things you don't like, you don't want to be. Right? You don't want to become poor. You don't want to be nobody. You want to be somebody once. Or with your body, you want your body not to get sick, get old, and die. If you have this, then it will cause you anxiety, worry, and suffering, because the body is gonna get old, get sick, and die. And there's nothing you can stop it from doing it. But if you let it be, accept the body for what it is, then you won't be sad or be disturbed by the aging, sickness, and death of the body. But it's easy to say because you have this inherent desire to have the body not to get old, get sick, and die. And you need strong mindfulness and wisdom in order to be able to resist or to stop this desire. So if you want to find true happiness, permanent happiness, you want to get rid of your endless rounds of rebirth, then you have to develop mindfulness and wisdom. First you need mindfulness before you can develop wisdom. Because if you cannot control your thought, your thought will like to think in the way of delusion. This is mine, this is good for me, that is good for me, which is all delusional. Everything is not good for the mind. Everything in this world is bad for the mind. Wealth is bad for the mind. Status is bad for the mind. Fame is bad for the mind. Money, people, things, they're all bad for the mind. Because they are not constant, they are not permanent. They change, and the mind doesn't like changes, right? The mind like permanence. The mind like constancy. Want everything to be the same, exactly the way it used to be. But everything changes. When things change, the mind becomes disturbed. But if you have wisdom, you can teach the mind to accept changes, accept impermanence. Then the mind will then be normal. It will not be disturbed. Right now the mind hasn't been taught this thing. The mind been taught by its own delusion that everything should be the same, everything should be perfect, which is not the truth, which is not the case with everything. Everything changes, everything rises and ceases. So you have to look at things the way they are, not the way you want them to be. Once you can accept them for what they are, then you will not be disturbed by their changes, their rises and ceases. Did somebody give you my books yet? I have a couple books in English. You want each a copy for yourself, or you can share them?
I'm leaving today.
Okay, I'll give you each. One is my biography, and the other is my teaching. Okay, can I have? You can follow through Facebook and YouTube. We are on live right now. Yeah.
Facebook Live is right now.
Yeah, Facebook Live and YouTube Live.
Amazing.
Yeah. Just search for my name, Suchart, on YouTube. So you want to shave? We are gonna shave this Wednesday. You can join us.
What time?
Anytime on Wednesday. Usually after we have finished our meal, then it's our monthly shaving. We do it one day ahead of full moon, which falls on Wednesday. So once a month we shave our head. If you like, you can wait. We have few Westerners, monks and lay person who live here. They usually come about 4 or 4:30 to have the afternoon refreshment. If you like to discuss and talk with them, you can. They come to this building in the back here. We have a German monk, French monk, American monk, and Singaporean monk. And we have right now just one Romanian lay person, and we have an American lay person who just left this morning. He came from Boston. He stayed here for 2 weeks. Now he's going to go look for a place to be by himself for a couple of days. He heard there's an island off the town of Sriracha called Sichang. They have a monastery there where they have a place where you can be alone. So he wants to go try that place. Okay. Anything else? What do you do in Vancouver? You work or you study?
I do music.
Music.
I have a small company that sells water filters. So we clean and purify water. I spend a lot of my time though in meditation practice, but not as much as I should be. Maybe only 1.5 hours a day.
Because you have to work and you have other activities to do.
But more and more I see into the activity and I see it's empty. I can see it play out and at the end it's empty.
Right.
You know?
So you can switch your activity and come and do more meditation instead.
That's what my heart wants.
Yeah. Because at the end of meditation there's no emptiness, there's fulfillment.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Peaceful.
Yes.
But then the world comes again, like you said. All the cravings and attachments come back and then the mind becomes deluded again.
You have to fight, you have to resist them. Do more meditation, do more mindfulness. And eventually you might become a monk. Actually we have one person from Vancouver, but he's Thai, but his family moved to live in Vancouver, and he came back and became a monk here. He's been here for almost 2 years now. And you help your father with his business?
Yes, recently.
But you also have your own business?
Currently I don't have my own business. But I just got inspired.
Just recently?
Very recently.
By what?
To create, it's called a social enterprise. So it's a business that also has a benefit to to a social cause.
Like what?
10 years ago when I came to Thailand, my friend, she started a project where they do circus training in my side, with there's many refugee camps there, and so groups of circus performers teach them juggling, acrobatics. They do shows to make them happy, and also they can learn skills with their body. So I had an idea to have a way for to sell these products, but then some of the funds can go to help them have more sustainability. A lot of organizations doing social benefit, it's hard for them to sustain only just on donations. Nowadays it's more difficult. So we'll see.
Yeah, okay. So that's your sideline, or your main work.
I think that will be a sideline. But I feel I'm grateful it's an opportunity to come more into nature and to practice in nature. I find it very helpful to be in a natural environment. I would like that very much. I have one question. Do you feel that the middle way that the Buddha taught, today the monk path is the middle way? What is the middle way today?
The middle way today depends on the person who practice. But the middle way will always be the middle way. It's whether the people who practice can follow that middle way or not. And if you ask me today, I say 90% of the practitioner is not on the middle way. And they are on the sensual gratification way. Most monks now look for pleasure to their sensual gratification. They're not interested in meditation. They're not interested in living in the forest. They live in the cities and towns where they can have all the comforts of the smoke, or watch TV, or do all sorts of things that normal people do. So, but with the exception of the forest tradition monks, they still follow the middle way. They live in the forest and live an austere life, eating once a day, eating in the bowl, and spend most of the time developing mindfulness and meditation and wisdom. That's the middle way. The middle way consisted of the three type of training. We call the triple training: morality, meditation, and wisdom. This is the middle way. Morality is to keep your physical and your verbal action pure, like abstaining from killing, stealing, committing adultery or sexual act, and not lying, and abstain from all forms of intoxication. And more, for the monks we have 227 rules to follow. And most of the time we devote to the development of meditation and wisdom. Meditation is the development of mindfulness. With mindfulness, when you meditate, your mind will become calm. Once the mind becomes calm, then you can use wisdom to destroy your desire. That's the purpose of wisdom, is to eradicate all your bad desire. The meditation cannot eradicate, it can only suppress. When you sit and meditate, when your mind becomes calm, your desire will be suppressed, will become inactive. But once you withdraw from your meditation, when you start to think, or when you start to see and hear things, your desire will come up. Then you need to use wisdom to get rid of it.
Because the wisdom can see through it.
Yeah, to see that what your desire asks you to do is bad for you, not good for you. Like have a drink, have a smoke, go out to a party or watch a movie. This always end up in emptiness, right?
Sure.
Okay. Or end up in sadness. When the party ends, what you feel like? You feel empty, you feel sad. So you have to have parties every night.
It's true.
But no matter how many parties you have, you always end up in the same place. Empty, not fulfilled. So once you see this with wisdom, then you can get rid of your desire to do all these things. And when there's no desire, then your mind will always be filled, will always be fulfilled, will always be full, be content. It doesn't need to have anything or to do anything. So this is the middle path. But very few people practice them.
Maybe because nowadays they think that path is extreme.
Right, it's extreme in relation to what they do. You know. But it's not extreme if you look at it rationally. You know. What people do today are extreme.
That's true.
Why do you have to have so many cars? Why do you have to have so many clothing when you only have one body and you only can put on a set of clothing at a time? Why do you have to have 100 pieces of clothing, 100 pairs of shoes? What for? These are extreme. You know. Not rational. See, you have to be rational, realistic. You know. You only need a pair of shoes because you only have a pair of feet. You only need a set. The Buddha said for the monk we should only have one set of clothing, that's all we need. 3 pieces of robes. One to put on under, and one to cover, and another one for spare, or for using as a blanket when the weather gets cold. That's all we need as far as clothing. And food is eat once a day, and no storage. You don't need to store any food. Every day you go out to the village and collect food. And once you finish eating, whatever you have, give it away. That's all you need. Say, live like a bird, go like a bird. Look at the bird when they fly, do they take anything with it? They go, happy, no burden, no responsibility, no worry, no anxiety. The more you have, the more anxiety you have, the more worry you have. Because you cling to them, you attach to them, you don't want to lose them. But you don't use them anyway. Look at all the money you have. Can you spend it all in this lifetime? No. If you spend, you just only spend on things that you don't need to. But on the things that you need, you don't need that much money. This is what you need, wisdom, to teach your mind to come back to the middle path. And it can only come back to the middle path if it has meditation. Because that's the real middle path, when your mind becomes peaceful and calm. That's the place where the mind belongs. Peace and calm. Not desire or ambition. Nowadays people put the mind on the path of ambition, right? Oh, I have to be that, I have to be this, I have to have this, and I have to have that. Yeah. Then they start creating all sorts of agitation, restlessness, and sadness and disappointment when they cannot get what they want. And when they get what they want and they lose it later on, then they become sad again. It's amazing that the Buddhism originated in India, but somehow it doesn't flourish in India nowadays.
Well, what happened is 800 years ago, a monk, his name was Shankaracharya, came and debated Buddhist scholars and monks, and his influence spread over India, and the Hindu revival movement pushed out Buddhism out of India. So that thrived in Tibet, in Thailand, in Cambodia, and then spread all over the world. But
Yeah.
not only Vipassana is growing now in India a lot.
I guess the reason because Hindu was the dominant religion, and Buddhism was just a small sect, So it thrived better somewhere else.
And Buddhism was a big threat to Hinduism because Hinduism is very much about focusing on deities, focusing on worshipping of the deities,
And the caste system.
and a very strong caste.
Buddhism does not have anything to do with caste system. The Buddha said everybody differs only on their karma,
Which is true.
not by birth, but by karma. Are you different? And you can always improve yourself by your own karma. Very good. I think I have my first hour, so I have to give a blessing now. So maybe some people waiting for the blessing to go home. จะให้พรกันนะ ยะถาวาริวาหาปุราปาริปุเรนติสาคารัง เอวเมวะอิโตทินังเปตานังอุปกัปปติ อิทิตังปฏิตังตุมหังคิปะเมวะสมิจจตุสัพเพปุเรนตุสังกปา จันโทปนะระโสยถามณิโชติระโสยถาสัพพิติโยวิวัชชันตุสัพพะโรโควินัสตุมาเตภวัตวันตรายโยสุขีทีขายุโกภวะอภิวาทนาสีลิสะนิจจังวุธาปจายโนจตารโอธรรมาวาทานติอายุวันโนสุขังภาลัง I'm like a salesman. I sell books.
You give books.
I give, then you give me the money anyway.
True.
No fixed price. This book have no fixed price. You give whatever you want to give.
That should be the way of the world.
Yeah,
It's more whole.
right. Give what you can afford or what you think is worth to you. The Buddha said the gift of Dhamma excels all other gifts, because nothing is more valuable than the teaching of the Buddha. Because nothing in this world can make you become enlightened and liberate you from all forms of suffering. It's only the teaching of the Buddha that can do this. So in Thai, people like to give money to print books and to give as a free gift, because they think this is the best form of gift to give to people, and the best benefit also. For those who give.
Yeah, it's a gift to give.
Yeah.
You know.
Because it will make the world smarter, brighter, and more peaceful and calm. Right now the world is dark with delusion. That's why you have wars, you have hatred, you have killings. Because people are delusional. They don't know the way to peace and happiness. The way to peace and happiness is metta, loving, love. Love your other people like as you would love yourself. If you love everybody like you love yourself, then there will be no war, no killing. Because everybody loves themselves just like you and I love yourself, right? So why not love everybody like you love yourself? Forgive, sometimes we might do something wrong. Forgive, Forgive and forget. Then the world can live in peace.
ครับจากคุณแมทธิวนะครับ why do you say the mind is permanent when Buddha said all is impermanent?
All except the mind. See, when the Buddha say all, he means all things that are created in this world. Everything that is created, they are impermanent. Everything that is created will dissolve eventually, because everything are made of the four elements. See? Like this body come from the four elements, and then one day the four elements will separate, go back to the four elements. When a person dies, if you leave the body, the corpse alone, eventually all the fluid will come out of the body. All the air, the air will disappear. The heat will disappear, and all that is left is just the solid part, which becomes earth. So everything in this world are made up of the four elements: earth, water, fire, and wind or air. Or if we use the scientific terminology, everything is made up of solid, liquid, heat, and gases, like this body. Everything is this is solid, see, made of solid thing. And they will break down slowly. Eventually it will return back to earth. So everything in this world is impermanent. The Buddha never said the mind is impermanent. It's a misunderstanding. See, no one clarified his teaching. See, so you start to imagine in your own mind, because you have never seen the mind before, so you don't know the true nature of the mind. So when the Buddha say everything, he means everything that rise will cease, but the mind doesn't rise, so it doesn't cease, because the mind has no form. The mind is not made up of anything. The mind is like empty space. How can you destroy empty space? Can you destroy space? You cannot. Space is always there, see.
So it's like all the objects of mind are impermanent, but the mind itself is not impermanent.
That's right. All the objects, all the emotions, all the feelings, all the thoughts, these are all impermanent. They rise and cease, they come and go. But the feeling never disappear. They will still always be with the mind. The mind has four functions or four capacity. One is to feel, to think, to remember, to perceive, and to be aware. This thing is part of the characteristic of the mind. This thing never die, never disappear, but they change. They come and go. You think, then you stop thinking. You remember, then you stop remembering, and then you forget. You have feeling, good feeling, then you have bad feeling, then you have neutral feeling. But this thing keeps changing, see. This thing will only stop when you meditate. When you meditate, when the mind becomes calm, all these four things will stop functioning temporarily. But never disappear. It will always be with the mind.
จากคุณโทนี่โรมิโอนะครับ Is it better to have faith in the Dhamma or intellectual knowledge about it?
Well, first you have to have faith in the Buddha's teaching, because you haven't yet seen the truth yourself. So you have to rely on somebody who have seen the truth, and then he tells you the way to see the truth. So you follow his instruction. The Buddha said, if you want to become enlightenment like me, you have to do this, do this. You have to practice meditation, you have to develop mindfulness, you have to develop wisdom, you have to keep the precepts. Okay. You have to have faith. The Buddha is like a doctor. You're like a sick person. When you go to see a doctor, you have to have faith in a doctor, right? And the doctor say, take this medicine.
No.
If you say no, then you won't know whether this medicine is good for you or not. But you have to, if you want to find out whether this medicine will cure your sickness or not, then you just have to have faith in that medicine, and then take that medicine. Then you'll find out for sure once you take that medicine. If it doesn't cure, then you don't have to believe it anymore. But if it kills your sickness, then you say, this is good for me. This is the same thing with the Dhamma. The Dhamma is like a medicine to kill your delusion, to make you become enlightened. But before you become enlightened, you can become enlightened, you have to apply the Dhamma to your heart. See? And if you have no faith, you're afraid that you'll be misled or deceived, and you don't want to do it, then you will never know. But you look at other people who believe in the Buddha, and then who has become enlightened just like he did. Yeah. Then maybe it will encourage you to have more faith. He's from Las Vegas, Tony. Yeah. He follows the YouTube every day. Not every day, but he always coming around this time. If you have more questions or what I say is not clear, please send in more questions.